One of my earliest recollections hunting squirrels with Dad. Now, I wasn't hunting, I was just along for the ride. I'd have been 5 or 6. And Dad, with his old .22, shoots a squirrel at what seemed like 100 yards away. What a great thing for a kid to be out with Dad in the woods, and Dad does something that's pretty spectacular. Maybe at a point like that, who knows, when I decided that I was going to be a hunter too, like Dad. Here we are in Montana. This is beautiful, beautiful mule deer country. First day of the hunt. You can see we got some snow on the ground. So it's a pretty special opportunity and just an absolute exquisite part of the country. So we're going to make this drive and see what we can see. When I think of the term hunting heritage, I guess I don't think of 1,000 years of my ancestors hunting, but really family hunting, hunting with my dad or hunting with my kids or my wife. That time that we've spent together, to me, that's what hunting heritage is. You're going to cross this ditch down there?
Yeah, back where we're heading back up at. It can be anywhere.
Certainly the future of America, the future of society isn't in folks my age, but it's in the young people. Anytime you can provide a positive influence on the lives of the young folks, you're probably going to change the future of society, which is, of course, exactly what Brenda and I would like to do.
This is my annual mule deer hunt, and I've been doing it about 18 or 19 years. We've already seen a bunch of does this morning, one little buck, and we know that there's several shooter bucks in this area here that have been pushing does for quite a few days, so we're gonna find them. Watch this. At least it's flat.
As soon as we get on top, it's kind of flat.
That's an old outfitter trick. Just over this rise is an escalator and 400 deer. Should have been here last week.
It's always fun to see what's over the next ridge, isn't it?
It is, especially when it's flat. I've broke both of my kids in big game hunting over here, and they've done well. And our mission for the next 3 days is to get Larry on a nice shooter Montana muley. Our guide, Lloyd Ketchum, is, as usual, a quarter of a mile ahead of us, and he's going to go look for that buck over that top.
He was right here. I had him at 100 yards right here.
Were they laying down?
Yeah. I couldn't see him, and I moved around the tree, and boom, I see him.
I mean, as far as screw ups by a guide, would this be, on a scale of 1 to 10, is it a 10 screw up or a 1? I mean,
I don't know if it was a screw up by the guide, but it was waiting on the cameraman to get here to get it to film on it.
Yeah, and the hunter, I was packing the cameraman.
I know. It's just one of them things.
so a 10.
And if you guys could see the cameraman, you'd know what a load that was. So
10 or 11 now?
It was about a 12 on the cameraman's part. Yeah, there's so many places for them to hide. Cedar draws and coulees and holes. Larry's about a half a mile over here to our east. And I hope they're having better luck so far. Well, we've got a group of deer over here. Got a buck with some does, and we're just gonna take a look at him and see. I think the buck's too small, but we'll find out and get a better look. So we finally found some deer. We've been all day looking. It's been kind of slow, and now out here, thanks to your eagle eye, at about 1,000 yards, we find 2 young bucks and 2 does.
Well, you know, even with the snow on, it's melting off a little bit today, but it's a whole lot harder to see mule deer out there at 1,000 yards than what you might think.
Yeah, and they get in the shadows, it's really hard.
And neither one of those, one buck a little bit bigger than the other one, neither one of them are shooters.
Early in the morning and late at night, they're up on those tops, crossing back and forth and back and forth. Bucks pushing does and chasing does and stuff. So, but that's where we'll be tomorrow, I'm pretty sure.
Day 2, we're up on top of the mountain, up on this big plateau. I swear it's 10 degrees out here with the wind chill. And we're going to kind of work this plateau up here with looking off the sides of the canyons, looking for deer, and see if that doesn't give us a little bit better perspective than what we had yesterday.
Those does are sure fixated on something over there. It's just constantly changing. Those deer are always coming back and forth up on these tops and then down in the ridges. There's something laying over there with them. Why are they just staying right there? There's a buck there with some does. Not a bad buck. He's heavy, and he's definitely pushing those does, so he's rutting. I'd like to see him a little bit more. Down in the coulee here. Like he wanted to come back up on this top and cross. We're hoping to cut him off. See, get a better look at him. I'm not really sure what he is, but we know he's a decent buck. I think the needle fell in the haystack. Oh, wait a minute. There's Larry and the boys.
Is he there above us? Or is he there above us? Or he went out?
Yeah. Well, that makes sense that he would have gone out.
Huh?
That's just going up the hill there. A pretty good buck right over here. We just spotted coming down the hill, and he pitched off into a ravine, and we're going to go take a closer look at him right now.
Straight out from us.
Maybe those does, he saw those does, and they went right on up without him, but we never did see him. But you think maybe he went right on up behind them?
Got her up the creek.
Yeah, back up this way. Yeah.
Because he didn't go below us.
No. Well,
He's moving.
It's the reason they call it hunting.
He's moving. He won't be laying down for a while, so keep looking.
All right, well, ready to go. He's going to feed behind that yucca.
That is a toad. Let's get up and get set around here. Let's go right over this tree right here. We won't come in from the backside.
You're going to get out of sight.
Now we're going to drop down right here and go. It's 2:37.
Is that our deer?
That's our deer. It's 2:37.
Is that our deer?
That's our deer.
Sneak up through there.
Yep. I'll stay behind you. I'll stay behind you. You'll be about 2:35. He's out of sight. There he comes. Hold right on him. Jeez, Larry. That is going down in the hole. Just lift the bolt on it. Let's run down there. Let's go back around right here.
We got his blood right here, and he started sliding down the hill. It's snow on, it's awfully slick. It's gonna be hard for us to get down to him. It's gonna be even harder getting back out.
Right in the tree.
Did he stop there?
Of course.
Of course. And here he is, all bundled up right here. Wow. This is quite
Great shot, Bart.
great stalk on him. Let's see if we can get him out.
It's his horn hunger, otherwise he wouldn't, he
pull
wouldn't be here.
You pull that bush back out of the way. Let me see if I can get hold of his
If I
arm.
get a hold of him, he might be leaving me.
All right, we can't get him out the top, so we're gonna go around and pull him out the bottom. This is pretty steep, man. But look at this. Oh my gosh.
That was a great shot. He wanted to make it miserable on us, didn't he? He did a good job. Boy, that was a nice deer.
That is a beautiful buck, and what a deal to be able to shoot him in the mountains in the snow like this. You don't get many chances to hunt in the snow. I just absolutely love it. Now everybody's heard the story ground shrinkage. Well, I'm pleased to say that this deer got a little bit better when he hit the ground. How are we going to get him out of here?
congrats to Larry on taking a really nice buck. It's very well deserved. Look, I personally had the opportunity to sit down and spend some time with Larry and his wife Brenda. I can say without fail that the commitment they have made to the future of the outdoors and the conservation efforts are simply immeasurable. The Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation CEO David Allen had a chance to sit down with Larry and talk about the future of hunting.
Larry, probably one of the most significant things that we focus on at the Elk Foundation for the future is where is hunting going, what's in store for the youth, and you and your wife have been dedicated to that for some time, and you seem to be stepping up even more to the plate today.
David, I think Brenda and I are both pretty bullish on the future of hunting. Both came from hunting families and been very important in our families. So the heritage for us is just a generational thing from one generation to the next. But the youth are critically important to the future of hunting, and then, but it has to be beyond families, what families can do. It has to be an organization like the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation that takes this message to the youth in a different way than what the families can themselves. So the Elk Foundation's involved in the youth wildlife conservation experience, which is just one element of the overall youth program of the Elk Foundation. So we help sponsor several of those youth activities. Brenda and I feel really good about the future of hunting because it's being promoted as a hunting heritage today, and it's being promoted as wildlife conservation, and hunting is conservation.
Well, I hope more organizations within the hunting industries do step up to the plate like you and Brenda have, because we need it all. We all have to stay together, and we all have to stay focused on the future. When you think about success, how do you share it, and where would you share it? And we can only think about sharing it back inside the shooting sports, the hunting sports industry, which is where all of our customers come from. So all we're doing is giving some back as very best we can. Well, thank goodness you are. We sure appreciate it. Thank you.
Great.
If he didn't go up over, he's just down in one of these deals like this.
Yeah.
He's really chasing that doe.
So right there.
That's a big frame deer.
Heavy.
Yeah, really heavy.
We got a big management buck up here, and we're gonna go after it. He's got two does right over this hill. They're gonna be up over this next little ledge here in the cedar thicket. But one thing we don't want them to do, we don't want them to go up over that top. We're gonna find out here in a minute when Lloyd gets up there. That's the way mule deer hunting works.
We could be at Sheep Creek before we caught up to him now.
Oh, yeah. This is my absolute personal favorite tradition in mid-November is to come over here and mule deer hunt during the rut. Hunting was tough, but we found a good buck for Larry, and he was a great buck to take home to Missouri.
You win some, you lose some, and we lose a lot more in real hunting situations than you probably see on TV. However, if you measure your hunts by the size of the horns on your wall, well, in my opinion, you're probably missing out on what hunting really is all about. Look, kill or no kill, this hunt to a guy like David Allen annually is his favorite because it's become a part of his hunting heritage. Hey, thanks everybody for watching this mule deer edition of Team Elk. Until next time, remember, hunting is conservation.